Okay, I think we're all set to get started here. Hi, I'm Jeff Looms, and thank you so much for tuning in. I'm really excited to have you here because I've been working for weeks and weeks on this special workshop and can't wait to share it with you. This is how to create your first highly profitable health challenge online. Now, if you're a health professional, perhaps you're a coach, a trainer, instructor, or health practitioner, maybe you have a studio, a fitness facility, or gym. If you're someone with a message inside of you and you want to share that message with the world while offering incredible value and getting paid for it, then I want you to know that you're in the right place. And I think that you're going to get a significant amount of value from this webinar. Now, to ensure that you get the best learning experience possible, I'd love for you to turn off any distractions like your email, mobile phones, or social media accounts and close your door. Get comfortable and allow yourself the space to uncover some incredible new opportunities. I know at times it can be difficult to remove all distractions, but if you focus with me here, I promise that I'll make this worth every minute of your time. Now, before we jump into the content, I just want to ensure that you stay for the whole webinar, because at the end, I'm going to share with you an offer that I think is going to knock your socks off. And irrespective of whether you take me up on that offer or not, I still want to thank you for your time by giving you a personal gift. Something incredibly valuable that not only helped me launch my first highly profitable health challenge, but also save a lot of time and money in the process. And that's available to you at the end. Now, when it comes to online health, I firmly believe that there's a new kind of health guru in the world, and it's you. Now, you might be thinking, Jeff, what are you talking about? Well, let me explain that. The health industry is changing, and it's changing at a rapid rate. Many top health professionals are currently moving, or have already moved, important parts of their health businesses online. And why is that? Well, in a nutshell, they want to take advantage of a growing trend towards the consumption of health and fitness solutions online. And like you're online now, looking for new ways to achieve a specific goal, the people looking for your solutions in the future will also be looking to do the same thing. In fact, many industry leaders believe that in as little as 5 years, any health businesses that have not evolved in some way to offer online health services will miss one of the biggest opportunities the health industry has seen in many, many years. So why I think you're the new kind of health guru is pretty simple. Well, you're here today on this webinar. You clearly have an open mind and a vision for the future. You're looking for new opportunities and you have a lifestyle in mind that you want to live. And because you have that vision, all you need now are the systems and the principles that I'm going to show you in this webinar to connect that vision so that you can very quickly build your business online, work smarter, not harder, earn more money in less time, and do what you love while making a massive impact. And because you have a life story to tell, you have life lessons to teach, and you have a vital message to share with a world that desperately needs it, there's an incredible opportunity available. But if you're anything like me, when I was looking to expand my business online, you might be thinking, I really want to do this, but there's a problem. What do I actually do now? What services should I offer online, and what is my message going to be? Who is actually going to listen to that message, and how can I offer a level of value that people will pay for? You may also be thinking, do I have what it takes to make this successful? How much is this going to cost? And do I have the time required right now? And it's okay, because like you, I've been there too, and so have many other people who have been able to successfully develop their businesses online. Now, the exciting thing about problems is that they often create opportunities to learn, to grow, and to take advantage of the situations that present themselves. And even though you may not feel like you have all the answers right now, there's no need to worry, because over the course of this webinar, I'm going to share with you the complete Health Challenge Secret Blueprint that can very quickly help you to create your first highly profitable health challenge online and build your business to the next level. A blueprint that sets out the 3 big secrets that I've learned over many years of building my own online health challenges. Secrets that have helped gym owners to improve retention, health and fitness facilities to achieve incredible results, personal trainers to leverage their time, group training businesses to support their communities 24/7, and health coaches to change more lives. 3 secrets that by the end of this webinar will be able to help you cut through all of the confusion and fast track you into an online world of endless possibilities. So let's take a look at what those are. The first secret is how to design a highly profitable health challenge, even if you're unsure where to start. The second, how to build a high-quality health challenge without the cost. And the third, how to create and automate your health challenge without investing months and months of time. But before we jump into the specifics around these three secrets, I'd like to take a minute to address the questions that some of you may have around who I am and why you should be listening to me. I officially started my health and fitness career by studying human movement at Otago University in New Zealand, and on completion, I worked for a number of years as a personal trainer. I then moved to Australia and worked as an area personal training manager for one of Australia's largest gym chains, where I recruited, trained, and educated over 250 personal trainers and helped them to build thriving businesses. I then opened my own Sydney-based exercise physiology centre, where I worked with a number of clientele from professional athletes through to people with injuries and chronic health conditions. And most recently, I've become the founder and CEO of a health software company which works with a global community of health and fitness professionals looking to scale their businesses, boost their profits, and leverage their time. Now, the reason I started running online health challenges is quite an interesting story. Back when I was opening my exercise physiology centre, I was working crazy hours trying to build my client base, create new group training programs, mentor team members, and generally keep everybody happy and productive. But truthfully, I was struggling. Everybody wanted a piece of me, and I was getting more and more tired, more and more overworked, more and more stressed out, and more run down. And about a year in, something really unexpected happened. I started to slow down a lot. I lost my energy and drive. I was struggling to achieve even the basics each day and knew something was wrong. So I decided to go and get some tests, which gave me the news that I didn't want to hear. I was diagnosed with an advanced stage of adrenal fatigue. Ironically, the energy I needed to get me through this crazy time was one of the very things that I'd lost. So I had no choice but to pull right back in the business and reassess my approach. And because I was in such bad shape, I knew that something had to change or I'd be closing the door to the business very quickly. And it was at this point I decided to start examining what it would take to build the business I wanted and live the lifestyle that I desired without working myself into the ground. And after months and months of research and the introduction of a number of principles essential for leveraging and scaling my business, everything started to change because I was able to figure out how to create new revenue streams, build new referral systems, improve client results, increase client retention, provide a much greater level of value to the marketplace, and work smarter, not harder. And it was this blueprint that not only helped me to recharge the business again, but also to recharge myself. A blueprint that taught me that I didn't have to work myself to death to succeed in an industry heavily based around time for money, and that all the early mornings, long days, and late nights were just a choice, not a requirement. And by successfully taking these parts of my health business online, I was able to reach more people, offer more value, and scale my business to the point where I'm now able to live the lifestyle I want and do it in a way that's fun, balanced, and sustainable. And I want to share this blueprint with you so that you too can build your business the smart way, make a lot more money in a lot less time, and live the lifestyle that you chose to get into the industry for. So let's take a look at the secrets that make up this blueprint. Secret number 1, how to design a highly profitable health challenge, even if you're unsure where to start. Now, when I was designing my first health challenge, I did a lot of things right, and I did a lot of things wrong. And it's my goal to shortcut the process for you and teach you all of the valuable lessons that I learned so that you can avoid the timely and costly mistakes and get straight to the parts where you make money, build your business, and leverage your time. So to start with, there are 3 critical things that I recommend you avoid in the design process. The first one is rigid, unrealistic rules. Now, any challenge that is not customized to the needs of its user is destined to unfortunately fail. Telling someone to only eat a certain type of food or expecting them to only exercise a certain way, regardless of how well it might work, is a trap that many health professionals fall into. The people that will be joining your challenges are from all walks of life, and they need choice when it comes to both the length of challenge that you run and the level at which they play that at. Trying to get everybody to follow the same program format, as if everybody fits into the same mold, is a critical area to avoid if you're looking to grow your business online, get a lot of repeat business, and make a profit. So avoid rigid, unrealistic rules. The second thing is boring, bland templates. Now, most people, when they start out in the design phase of health challenges, use templates in the form of what they think people would like to see. And even though these mundane templates are easy to format, they're still going to take months and months of design and unfortunately produce the kind of experience for your community that is fairly forgettable. People join health challenges to feel motivated, to feel inspired, and to feel engaged. And boring shopping lists, bland recipes, stick-figure exercises, and email communication just won't do that. So avoid these if you're going to build a challenge that will last. And finally, a lack of community interaction is the third thing to avoid. Many health challenges have no systems for the players to interact with, no way to motivate and support each other, and no way to monitor how well everyone is doing. And it's this healthy balance of community spirit, collaboration, and competition which is the lifeblood of any health challenge, and the most important area to consider when designing your systems and templates. So now that you're clear about the top 3 things to avoid when designing your own health challenge, I want to share with you the 3 critical things to include. 3 things that hold the key to a new way of thinking, a new way to bypass all the boring, one-dimensional health challenges that are already in the marketplace, and ensure that you stand out from the crowd. Now, as obvious as it may seem, the first thing to decide on is what simple health habits you want the players of your challenge to follow. As health professionals, we already know that in order to achieve our health and fitness goals, we need to follow certain health habits for a certain period of time. A period of time that allows these health habits to become part of a new daily routine. And my advice to you is, after testing this extensively, is that around 4 to 6 is ideal. Now, many health challenges on the market unfortunately just focus on nutrition and exercise. And while these are important elements, if you don't help people to understand the other areas that impact their health, for example, mindset or sleep, then the results you achieve with them will suffer, as will the chances of growing your business online. And on the flip side, you also want to ensure that you don't add in too many habits. I've seen challenges asking people to follow up to 8 habits each day, and with the incredibly busy world that we live in, you have to ensure that you don't overload people. My recommendation is to keep it simple, and due to the fact that our minds can only remember around 4 to 6 things at any one time, this is a great starting point. And why that in my challenge, I use 5 health habits: mindset, hydration, nutrition, sleep, and movement. Now, after choosing the health habits you want, the second thing I recommend designing is a level of choice in how a participant can play. We spoke earlier about how critical it is to create a customized approach for people joining your challenge, and what I'm about to show you is the easiest way to customize your challenge and meet the individual needs of the people joining you. So to start with, have a think about the length of time you want your challenges to run for. Do you want a 4-week, an 8-week, or a 12-week version? And base your decision on who your target market is, what their specific needs are, and what criteria they'll respond best to. For example, will your players be attracted more to a 4-week health challenge in order to kickstart their health journey and build some confidence? Or would they prefer something more substantial like a 12-week health challenge that may be a little harder to stick to, but can completely transform their health? The key is to get clear on who you're targeting and what they want to achieve. The next thing to look at is the level of difficulty that your target market want to participate at. Let me show you an example of what I do. I give my participants a choice of 4 levels, which allow them to practice the 5 habits at varying degrees of strictness. Level 1 is about simple steps with the aim of breaking old habits, and suits somebody who would like to ease into a challenge without too much overwhelm. Level 2 is more challenging with the emphasis on supporting new habits, and suits someone who is up for a stricter nutrition, hydration, and exercise format. Level 3 is the ultimate challenge for the more experienced, and suits someone who wants to practice a proven formula for health success around all of the 5 health habits. And lastly, level 4, which is my personal favourite, is where a person can create the rules and fine-tune their own formula for success, a formula based around their own unique set of lifestyle and metabolic factors. This is a great way to create sustainable habits long term, because studies show that when people are given the power to make their own decisions over just being told what to do, their performance and results significantly improve. So as you can see, flexible choice is a vital component in the designing of a successful health challenge. And when you can get these components to match the demands of your target market, amazing things happen. And we'll go deeper into how to do this in secret number 3. Now, the third and final step to take in designing your health challenge is to integrate the habits that you've chosen with the information that you want your participants to learn. And the key here is to make it easy to use and to engage with. Now, the mindset habit that I use in my health challenges is a good example here. And if you're going to choose mindset as part of your habits, which I highly recommend you do, you'll want to look at ways in which you can assess somebody's mindset both at the start of the health challenge and at the end. Because as we all know, there's a direct relationship between mindset and health. Now, the way I do this is to get a person to scale between 1 and 10, 1 being lowest and 10 being highest, how they feel about the 7 key areas that affect their mindset each day. The first area is money and finance. The second is their health and fitness. The third, how happy they are in their career. Fourth is the quality of their relationships. Fifth is their personal growth. Sixth is how much fun they're having in life. And the seventh is their physical environment or where they live. Now, from this simple assessment, people get a clearer understanding of the areas within their lives that may need some extra support. And during the challenge, we spend about 15 minutes each day working on these key areas, so that at the end of the challenge, when the scores are reassessed, significant improvements can be seen. Now, as part of the education that you provide to your players during the challenge, you may wish to also use certain documentation that explain your health habits in more detail. For example, in my health challenge around the hydration habit, I use a document that explains the benefits of drinking water and staying hydrated. For nutrition, I use simple guidelines for them to follow based around the level they've chosen and give them some recipes to get them started. For the sleep habit, I provide them with all the information they need to know about how to improve their sleep and how to set up a successful sleep routine. And for their movement habit, I provide them with simple criteria on how to exercise each day, as well as what stretches they should be doing to stretch the tight areas within their body. And I integrate this all with simple automated emails that go out at set stages within the challenge to not only remind the players of what to do, but also to help them stay motivated. Now, I know all of this looks like a lot of work, and for me, when I was putting it all together, it certainly was. But as I mentioned at the start of the webinar, I've got an offer for you that I really think you're going to love, and it involves removing much of the hard work and stress involved in this process so that you can focus more on your business. But before we look at that, I want to take a look at secret number 2, how to build a high-quality health challenge without the cost. Now, as far as I'm concerned, there's 2 ways to create a health challenge. There's the hard way, and then there's the easy way. So let's start off with the hard way. The first thing to think about is what assessment tools you want your players to use to measure their progress during the challenge. Some examples I use include weight and body fat, as well as the measurement of chest, waist and hip circumference. I also use information icons so people can click on them and get a better understanding of how to measure the areas in question. For the people who want to measure things like strength or fitness, I provide them with an area to write a description of their workout and a place to measure and track it over the course of the challenge. For anyone looking to document their goals, there's an area to prioritize these. There's an area to track important mindset information and systems to tie all of the results together at the end so that you can see the percentage improvements for everything that you've chosen to measure. And these are just a few of the assessments that I use to measure progress by in the challenges that I run. And once you're clear about what you want to include, the second thing I recommend thinking about is how you want your community to both participate and engage in your health challenges. Now, over the years, I've tested and measured a number of different ways to increase both participation and engagement, and I've found that 4 key elements work really well. The first thing is a submit score box, where a person can log in each day and check off the health habits they're following. As shown here, a player has ticked that they've done their mindset task for the day, they've consumed their water goal, they've eaten in accordance with their nutritional criteria, they've had their 7 hours sleep, and they've moved for a minimum of 10 minutes and stretched for a minimum of 5. Now the players are rewarded with points each day for the habits they successfully complete. You can see here, a player is given 3 points for mindset, hydration, sleep and movement, and 5 points for nutrition. And each time a player completes this process, then the system tallies the points, a player writes a quick comment at the bottom about how they're feeling, and then clicks the submit button where the information is centrally stored. Now the second thing I recommend you include is a newsfeed. This is an area where people can include things like pictures, recipes and motivational quotes. Essentially, it's an area to share information with each other and a great way to create a sense of community, motivation and engagement within the group. The third thing to look at is a leaderboard, as this adds a level of healthy competition where people can see their progress during the challenge in comparison to everyone else. It also helps them to look at a summary of their daily habits, so they can prioritize what areas may need a little more attention. And finally, I recommend including some sort of graph that charts the daily scores over the course of the challenge. This is a fun and visual representation of progress and helps the participants to see the patterns that are occurring within their behavior. For example, some people may see a shift in their movement habits as the week progresses and their motivation reduces, and others may see their nutrition scores lower as they hit the weekend and their routines change. Now, irrespective of how you choose to measure and engage your participants, the one thing I want to warn you about is the costs associated with doing it. The development and design required to bring these concepts to life can end up costing thousands and thousands of dollars, not to mention the time required to see it all through. So instead of looking at the hard, expensive way, let's now take a look at a simpler, more easy way. A way where all the design work is done for you. The development work, it's all complete. The templates have all been created and integrated into the challenge, and the systems to run the health challenge are ready and waiting. A way where you simply add your own logo and branding information to get a complete, customizable online health challenge that explains to anyone looking to join your challenges how to play, what the habits are, how the rules work, what pricing structure you have for the various challenges you're offering, and how to contact you if they need the support. There's also an area for your players to register for any of the challenges that you've created, and a private members area to log into when they're actively playing your challenges. So if you're looking for an easy way to create your own highly profitable health challenge, you're in luck. And I'm going to explain more about that shortly. But first, let's take a look at our final secret. Secret number 3, how to create and automate your health challenge without investing months of time. Now, automation is perhaps one of the most critical and exciting parts of building a highly profitable health challenge, because you build it once and then it goes to work for you day in, day out, performing all of the vital roles that you typically don't want to do and allowing you to focus on more of the important areas within your business. Unfortunately though, it can also be one of the most expensive and time-consuming elements, so if you're going to attempt it, I recommend employing a good designer and developer to help out. Now there are 3 key areas that I recommend you automate within your health challenge. The first is your registration pages, which help your community to sign up to your challenges in a smooth and simple manner. The second is a player platform where your community logs into each day to score and track their progress. And lastly, your email sequences. Now these allow you to educate and support your community during the challenges that you run. So let's take a look at these in more detail. To start with, your registration pages are the first thing that a player will see when they decide to register for your health challenge. So keep these simple and only collect the information that you need, as people can be put off by lengthy forms. An example of what I use in my health challenge involves a first name, a last name, email address and confirmation email address in case somebody makes a mistake, a date of birth, a time zone to allow people to play from multiple countries around the world, a field for gender, as this can help you long term to understand the demographics signing up for your health challenges, And finally, a password and confirmation password to again reduce any errors. Now, underneath these fields and on the same page, I recommend having a payment gateway through a reliable payment processing company so that you can take payment online and remove any issues involved in non-payment or having to follow people up. Remember that automation is all about saving time and building systems that will ensure your health challenge is profitable, scalable, and sustainable long term. Now, once you've built these pages, make sure you build in an area for this data to be captured and centrally stored, as this will form the basis for your new online database and a critical part of your future marketing campaigns. So once a player has successfully filled in their details and paid for the challenge, I recommend sending them to a second step in the registration process, a step where they can choose the level that they want to play the challenge at. Do they want an easier challenge like level 1, where the habits are quite relaxed? A harder challenge like level 3, where the habits are much stricter? Or do they want a customizable level like level 4, where they can make up the rules? Giving your players the ability to personalize their experience is something that will not only increase your signups, but increase the level of returning players in the future. So once a player selects the level they want, this completes the registration process, and you can have them progress on to the next part of our automation, which is the player platform. Now, the player platform is a central landing area for all participants to log into each day. This helps them to stay motivated, engaged, and focused on the habits of the challenge. It's where all the habits that we've discussed to this point come together in a seamless, integrated way. So let's take a look around. To start with, I recommend having an area where a player can document their goals, so that every time they log in, they can see what their focus is for the challenge. And you can see this on the top left-hand side of the page. I also recommend having an area where a person can see what their mindset task is for the day. On the top right-hand side, you can see this mindset task displayed and made customizable by clicking on the Customize Your Mindset button, where a player can see a number of different mindset options and choose the one that best suits their needs. This customization is something that many health challenges miss, and a part that your players will really appreciate you providing. And moving down to the Submit Score box, we can now see an area where we can log our daily progress across the 5 habits of mindset, hydration, nutrition, sleep, and movement. We can see over on the left-hand side the news feed, where the players in the challenge can talk to each other, share ideas, post pictures, and generally just help each other to stay motivated. In the middle, there's an area that shows a person's ranking within the group. In this example, you can see that they're 5th out of 19 other players. And if they're wanting to learn more information about that, they can click View Details. And this brings up an area where they can see how everybody else is performing across the challenge, as well as what their total score is. Now, I've also added in a couple of advanced options here for you to think about in your automation process, as these are great features that people love to track. The first is an area where a person can see their daily averages across the 5 habits that they're scoring. The second is an area where a person can update their strength, weight, and fitness information and see weekly graphs of their progress. And the third is an area where they can see their starting mindset information and track their scores over the course of the challenge. So that's just a brief tour of the player platform that I've automated for my health challenge. And this just leaves one last area to look at. And this is perhaps one of the most important areas: how you automate your email sequences. Now, these are essentially the sequences of emails that are programmed to be sent out at certain stages of the challenge and provide your players with all of the important information they need to have a great experience. So let's take a look at a sequence of 5 emails that I recommend you start with. The first is a registration email that a player receives as soon as they register. Now, this lets them know that their registration was successful and explains all the key information that they need to know about the challenge. The second email is a receipt for payment email that also goes out when a person first registers. The third is a challenge preparation email, which I time to go out 3 days before the challenge starts to remind the player about how to get themselves ready. The fourth is a reminder to post email, and this is sent out every 36 hours to players that have not logged in and scored their daily habits. And finally, a challenge complete email, which explains when the challenge is finished and where to go from here. So as you can see, Automation is critical in the creation of a highly profitable health challenge, because when you get these systems right, they free up your time to be able to do more of the important things like coaching and motivating your community, and proactively building your business to offer a level of service and support that very few health professionals can. Now, if you're wondering what the next step is in the setup of your automation process, there are a number of specific software companies on the market that can help out. But I have to warn you, they can charge up to $300 a month for the privilege, and at $3,600 a year, this is certainly not the basis for being highly profitable. And there is one other issue. This type of software can require weeks of technical training, and without a certain level of technical ability, this can be very daunting. And the weeks, well, they can unfortunately turn into months. But as I mentioned at the start of secret number 3, I want to help you to create and automate your health challenge without spending months of time. So in just a few minutes, I'm going to show you an incredible system that can do just that. Now, over the course of this webinar, we've covered a lot of information, but information alone is not enough. To run professional health challenges and break free from the realities that chain many health businesses to the same results year in, year out, you also need the systems, the structure, and the software. And unlike a lot of webinars that just offer information and then charge you thousands of dollars, even though they know that the majority of people will never follow through on any of it, I'd like to offer you something different. I'd like to give you the opportunity to bypass the information and bypass the building phase, and give you all of the technology and systems required to leverage your time, boost your profits, and build your business right now, so that you can concentrate on adding value and changing lives. But before I tell you more about that, let me ask you a question. If you could have your own personally branded and automated health challenge, a challenge that removes the fear and confusion around where to start, what to do, how much things will cost, and how long it will take for you to go through the entire process of building your own custom-made health challenge, what would that be worth to you? What would it be worth to you to reach a much larger target market, to effortlessly grow your business, to create the sorts of results that attract more and more people to your community, to have systems earning you income instead of your time, and to leverage yourself to do more of the things that you want to be doing each day? Well, the great news is the opportunity to create that value and freedom is now a reality. Remember I said at the start of the webinar that I had an offer that I think you're going to love? Well, if you're interested in fast-tracking everything that you've seen today into one incredible online system, here's what you're going to get. To start with, you get your own personally branded health challenge website valued at $3,000. So let's take a look at what that website looks like. Now, at the top of your homepage, there's an area for you to place your own logo so that it looks like you've created the challenge yourself. There's also all the information that your participant needs to know about how to play. For example, choosing a challenge, following the habits, playing and scoring, and then celebrating at the end. All this information is here for you, built into the website. The habits page is where a participant can come to find out more information about the specific habits that they're going to be following. We can see here mindset, hydration, nutrition, sleep, and movement. Now, if they're wanting to know more information about those individual habits, they come up to the rules page. And you'll see here that if they click on mindset, it tells them more about mindset. Same with hydration, with nutrition, with sleep and movement. There's also information on how to measure themselves, on how to set themselves up, on the daily play, on how to create rewards for themselves, and what to do after the challenge is finished. Now, with the pricing page, you have 3 options. The first option is a 4-week challenge, the second an 8-week challenge, and the third a 12-week challenge. And the prices are listed here accordingly. Now, you have complete control over these prices, and we can even turn this page off if you don't want people seeing it. The beauty of having so much flexibility with your pricing is that you can attract a much larger pool of people who are actively looking to join a health challenge online. Now, the last page of the site is the support page, where people can come to contact you or to read up on the frequently asked questions that relate to the various parts of the challenge. So what I've just shown you is the front end of a fully customizable Health Challenge website. All that's left for you to do is to add your personal branding and you're all set to go. Now this is the first part of a number of incredible features within the system, so let's take a look at what else is on offer. Now, not only do you get your own personally branded Health Challenge site, but we're going to give you access for up to 25 people to join your Health Challenges, valued at $2,475. Now, participants can join from anywhere in the world. You control the prices of each of the Health Challenges that you run. Payment goes directly to you. We don't take a percentage. And if you use the 25 challenges that we initially give you, you can top up at any time. Now, if you only got these two things, how much would they be worth to you? How much would they be worth if you ran an 8-week challenge where 20 people joined at $79 each, creating $1,580 in revenue for you, and you only had to spend a few hours over that 8-week period supporting your participants because the system was automated and ran itself? What if you ran multiple challenges over a year and collected this revenue each month? 10 health challenges at $1,580 adds up very quickly. That's $15,800 of additional revenue on top of all the benefits the system offers your community, such as greater accountability, better results, and a level of service that very few health professionals can offer. So as you can see, just these two features alone offer an incredible deal. But I still want to provide you with more value, so I'm also going to include a 12-month unlimited membership to all of the software and templates that you've seen here today, valued at $1,500. You'll get the mindset assessment tools, the hydration documents, the nutritional guidelines, all of the recipes, the sleep PDFs, the stretch documents, and the automated emails which allow your participants to have a smooth, seamless experience. You'll also get all of the systems we've discussed to record the vital information required for your community to stay at the top of their game, like areas to record pre- and post-challenge measurements, strength and fitness workouts, personal goals, progress charts, leaderboard information and newsfeed technology, as well as simple ways to track and measure the 5 habits. Now, the reason I'm offering all of this value is because when I was building this software, I had two choices. Option 1 was to offer a cheap, one-dimensional health challenge, which essentially was no different to anything that anybody else was doing in the industry, and as a result, something that really didn't motivate or inspire me. Now, the second option was to offer a fully customizable, highly professional health challenge, unlike anything that existed in the marketplace. Something that involved a little more investment from the health professionals that used it, but as a result, would offer so much more value, opportunity, and business growth. So let's recap the system that can achieve all of this. You get your own personally branded Health Challenge site valued at $3,000, access for up to 25 people to join your Health Challenges valued at $2,475, and 12 months unlimited membership to our software and templates valued at $1,500. But I'm not just going to stop there. I also want to include the ability to run different lengths of challenges, for example, a 4, 8, or 12-week option, valued at $1,000. Now, having flexibility with the lengths of health challenge that you run is a big deal, because it allows you to expand your services to different target markets. For example, you may have a group of people that are looking for a 4-week health challenge so they can lose some weight and improve their energy. You may also have a group of people who are looking for a longer period of time, say an 8-week challenge, so they can make more serious changes to their health. And you may also have a group of people who would like a longer period again, say a 12-week challenge, and who are looking for a complete health transformation. Well, with this incredible feature, you can service all of those needs quickly and effortlessly, and offer a level of value and flexibility that can reach and support a much greater target market. So if you add up the entire offer so far, you can see a total value of well over $7,900. Now, offering all this value is one thing, but if you're anything like me, when I was looking to evolve my business to the next level, you'll most likely have a lot of questions. Questions about how to get started and how to put this all together. And most likely, you've probably got more questions than you've actually got answers for. And even though you may feel a little overwhelmed right now, we're here to help answer those questions and to get you where you need to be with your health challenges so that later, all of those concerns will be gone. Now, the great thing about this system is that you don't have to do this on your own. And when you sign up for our offer today, I want to show you how committed we are to supporting you by giving you our first incredible bonus. Bonus number 1, a 60-minute personal coaching call to help you pave the way to your first highly profitable health challenge and to support you through all of the important questions that you may have when getting started. Now, this has a value of $600 and will help you to personally brand your website, show you how to market the challenge to your community, show you how to run the challenge once it's started, and explain what email templates to use and what pricing structure to offer. And because you're going to be getting this level of service and support, you can say goodbye to all of the confusion involved in building your business into the online space. Say goodbye to the fear and anxiety involved around whether or not you're doing the right things. And say goodbye to the rat race of spending huge amounts of time and money on things that have little or no return. Now, over the next 12 months, a large part of your business growth is going to come from one key element: where you decide to spend your disposable income. Now, we all have disposable income, and a significant amount of it can go on day-to-day living, like going to the movies, buying clothes and dinners out, or on things that don't necessarily give us a good return on investment. And if you've ever read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, he talks about the concepts of assets versus liabilities. He explains that rich people buy into investments and buy assets, things that build wealth and create energy. Poor people buy liabilities, or things that lose value, offer very little return, and require energy to sustain. So if you're going to ask your target market to invest their disposable income into the most important asset there is for them, which is their health, you yourself also need to be investing some of your disposable income into one of the most important assets for you, your business. Now, I'm not saying stop spending your money, just direct some of it into important assets, things that will help you and your business expand, that will help earn additional income, offer huge value to your community, and free up your time. So when adding in bonus number 1, a 60-minute coaching call to set up and maximize your first health challenge valued at $600, we can see an asset that has grown to well over $8,500. Now, while we're discussing assets, disposable income, and money management in general, it's important to understand that money replenishes itself. Most people are paid an income that typically replenishes itself on a weekly, a fortnightly, or monthly basis. But the one thing that never replenishes itself is time. Time is the most valuable resource that we have, and the one thing that we can't get back once it's gone. And if you're serious about growth, about new opportunities, and about expanding your business online and working smarter, not harder, then you're going to have to make some serious decisions about what you do with your time over the next 12 months. Now, you can do what I did, which is spend 3 years designing, testing, and measuring my own systems, as well as hiring the developers and designers required to put it all together. Or you can just shortcut that process and save yourself all that time. Time that you'll never get back to enjoy the things that hold the highest priority for you in life. So if all you had to do was invest a small amount of money to make this happen, money that would replenish itself in a matter of weeks, would that be worth it? And if the answer to that is yes, then I think you're really going to love the second bonus that I have on offer for you today. Bonus number 2, the ability to run multiple challenges at any one time, valued at $1,000. Now, many of the boring one-dimensional health challenges you see on the market today only run several times a year because the technology driving them is so outdated and cumbersome that it can't run multiple challenges at once. And this can be a big problem because all of your potential members who suddenly get motivated to make real change in their life are going to come to your health challenge website to join up and see that your next challenge may not even start for, say, 8 weeks, and as a result, leave and go and join somebody else's. So being able to start a challenge at any time is an essential part of maximizing not only the opportunity in the marketplace, but the revenue that you can make from your online business. So if all the system did was to make your business more profitable, expand your reach to 2, 3, 10 times the database you now have, create incredible results and support your community 24/7, what would that be worth to you? Well, when adding on bonus number 2, the ability to create and run as many health challenges as you like at any one time, valued at $1,000, you can see a professional system that has a total value of $9,575. And when adding all of that value to the time that you're going to save from not having to build this yourself, the system is a complete no-brainer. And if that wasn't enough, I want to add one final bonus, a bonus that perfectly complements everything that you'll receive with the system. Bonus number 3, a 28-day money-back guarantee. A guarantee that takes out any doubt that you may have about moving parts of your health business into the online world by offering you a trial of the system risk-free with complete peace of mind. And this truly is priceless. So sign up and start a health challenge. And if for any reason you're unhappy with the system, tell us within 28 days and we'll refund your money. There's a complete 100% satisfaction guarantee. Now, I'd like to thank all of the people that have been commenting and leaving some great questions in the chat box. I'm really looking forward to answering many of those questions in the Q&A session that's coming up in just a few minutes. But now that we're coming to the end of the webinar, what do you think? Are you ready to create your own highly profitable health challenge? A health challenge that removes all the guesswork, time, and financial pressure involved in implementing an online system and secures your business with a profitable, repeatable, and scalable flow of new revenue. So if the answer to that is yes, then there's probably one last piece of information that I'm sure you want to know. What's the investment? So let me summarize everything one last time and then I'll tell you. You get your own personally branded health challenge site, access for up to 25 people to join your health challenges, 12 months unlimited membership to our software and templates, the ability to run different lengths of challenge, either a 4, 8, or 12-week version. Bonus number 1, a 60-minute coaching call to set up and maximize your first health challenge. Bonus number 2, the ability to run as many challenges as you like at any one time. And bonus number 3, a 4-week money-back guarantee to trial the system risk-free with complete peace of mind. Now, when you look at each of these components, you can see not only how powerful the system is, but also why each piece is critical to launching your first online health challenge in the most successful way possible. You can also see why at $9,575 it's an incredible deal. But I'm not going to charge you over $9,000. I'm not even going to charge you $2,000. You can get started right now with your own highly profitable health challenge for just $697. Such an incredible offer for such a low price. And remember, this is not like the majority of webinars in the marketplace where you're sold some basic information and then expected to go away and spend months of time and thousands of dollars working everything out for yourself. This is a fully tried and tested business system, a business system that's ready for you to plug into right now. There's nothing left to do except add in your logo, branding information, and start running health challenges. So this now leaves you with just 2 choices. Option number 1, you can do nothing, miss this opportunity and use excuses to keep getting the same outcomes in life. Or option number 2, make this small investment so your business can continue to grow, make money, and offer incredible value. So like anything in life, you have to make a choice. You can either have money or excuses, but you can't have both because they exist on completely opposite ends of the success spectrum. So if it's time to break old habits and move things to the next level, let's get you set up and underway. Now, back at the start of the webinar, you may remember I mentioned a reward that I was going to give you if you stayed until the end. Well, it's now time to share those with you, and the first part of this reward is access to an interactive mindset tool that you can use to assess how well an individual is doing in many of the important areas that keep us mentally strong. This assessment is a powerful way to track and measure not only a person's pre and post mindset scores, but also to monitor how they're feeling over the course of the time that you're coaching or training them. It's also a great check-in tool to be able to quickly and effectively respond to what's changing in a person's life, so you can get the most effective results long term. Now, the second reward is my nutritional guidelines chart, where you can coach a person on how to fine-tune their nutrition over time. There's a number of different levels of healthy food choices, from level 1, which is the easiest, through to level 3, which is the hardest. There's also a level 4 where someone can create their own rules, depending on where their lifestyle and understanding of nutrition currently is. This is a great resource to help people to navigate the world of nutrition, which can often involve a large amount of overwhelm and confusion. Now, you can access these rewards at the link shown on your screen. But before checking that out, I also want to give you a third reward. It's a bonus reward that's only on offer during the Q&A session that we're about to start. It's an additional $50 off the price when you register with the coupon code HUGEVALUE. Now, that means you can get started now for just $647. But I need to be really clear that once the Q&A period is over, the price will go back up, so be quick. And remember that this is all backed by our ironclad 28-day money-back guarantee. Now, for anyone unsure on how to register, just click the link below or go to myhealthsoftware.com/register. There, all you need to do is provide us with some simple details about your business so we can start setting up your customized health challenge. And once you're registered, you'll receive a welcome email from us confirming everything, as well as what to do to get ready for your 60-minute coaching call. So let's jump into the Q&A and answer some of the questions that you've been asking over the course of the webinar. Now, I know that time is important for you, so I'll try and keep this to a period of around 15 minutes. Now, let me just scroll back up to the top of the chat box here. Michelle is asking, could I get away with 3 habits: mindset, nutrition, and exercise? Michelle, if you're referring to when you're designing your own health challenge, then definitely yes, you can. However, to the degree that you limit your health habits, you also limit your results, and this can limit the success of your health challenge too. Now, as I mentioned before, I use 5 health habits, and the reason that I do this is that after extensive testing over many years, I've found that these offer the biggest bang for buck when it comes to both results and sustainability. Now, the mindset, nutrition, and exercise habits that you've mentioned are fantastic, but I'd recommend also adding in sleep, because many people, as you know, are running on empty and typically only getting around 5 to 7 hours of sleep a night. And this can lead to seeking out things like caffeine, sugar, and refined carbohydrates to constantly jack themselves up each day, which, as we know, wreaks havoc on not only our mental, but our physical and emotional health. I'd also recommend adding in hydration, because if a person's not drinking enough water, then one of the first things that can happen is that their energy levels drop, and this can set off a cascade of poor choices, such as missing regular exercise sessions due to feeling tired, or consuming poor quality foods in order to feel better. So Michelle, you might actually want to consider adding these 2 additional health habits, and remember that all of these are in the system that we're offering today, so you actually don't have to worry about what habits to include or what habits work best, as it's all been done for you. Alright, now, who have we got? Patrice, which is the best length of challenge to start with? Well, this is a really interesting question, and it all depends on your target market, Patrice. I get a slightly higher uptake on my 4-week health challenge because they're short and people typically find them easier to manage. However, in saying that, the best results come from the people completing the 8 and 12-week programs I run, where the habits are practiced for a lot longer period of time and they have a much better chance of being sustained. So just have a think about who your target market is. Are they more the corporate type that appreciates a short, sharp 4-week challenge, for example? Or perhaps the type of person looking for a complete health transformation that likes to embrace longer time frames and perhaps commit to their health over a longer term? Now, the beauty about our system is that it actually doesn't matter who your target market is, because you have the ability to run whatever length of challenge that you like, and that flexibility will give you endless possibilities in any market. Now, Mitch, you're wanting to know... No, it's more of a statement. Wow, I never knew there was so much involved in automating a system. Seems like a lot of hard work. Well, when you see all these requirements in such a short period of time, Mitch, I agree, it's a very daunting prospect. And to be honest, When I started building my first health challenge many years ago, I didn't really understand what I was getting myself into. But once it was built and I experienced the power it had to transform my business and create some really incredible new opportunities, I knew immediately that it was worth it. Now, I'm not saying don't try this for yourself. I just want to be open and honest with you about the process that I went through. And by doing that, give you the option to skip all the difficult stuff and move straight to the fun parts where you can enjoy all of the benefits. Okay, let's have a look down the page here. Luke is wanting to know, how much money can I make? Well, Luke, you're cutting straight to the big questions here, huh? Now, that's a difficult one to answer as I don't know much about your business or your database, Luke, but the general rule of thumb here is that the more people you can invite to your health challenges through things like your social media networks, your friends, your family, work colleagues, or any clients or members that you're working with, the more money you'll make and the more success you'll have. A simple example would be if you want to run a 12-week health challenge and have 15 people join at $100. Let's do the quick math on that. You're going to be making around $1,500. And when you're only paying $647 for the entire system for an entire year, you can see that you've more than double your investment straight away. And because you're getting access for 25 people to join your health challenges, you still have 10 more to sell at another time and make up to another $1,000. Now, these numbers that I've represented here are just examples. You can choose to charge whatever you like. If you want to make it $150 per challenge, then obviously you're going to make more money. And on the flip side, if you want to charge nothing at all and add it into things like memberships or packages that you're already offering, then that's fine too, because there are no rules here. But I also want to mention that it's important to understand that the added support and value that your community is going to be receiving from the system and the retention rates and referrals that are now going to flow into your business, well, these all have a financial value as well. So there's actually a lot more potential to make money within the system than just from what you're going to be seeing from your direct signups. So I hope there's not too much of a long-winded explanation to your question, Luke. Let's have a look and see what else we've got here. Jade's wanting to know, how do players register for the health challenges? Well, Jade, after registering for the system, we'll give you a coupon code that you share with anyone joining your challenges. And this allows your players to register for free and pay you directly. The beauty about that is that you can charge whatever you like for the health challenges. Now, a typical example of how to invite someone works by simply creating a challenge within the system, which will take you around 60 seconds. And once created, you'll receive a customized link that you send to your players, and they register through this with their coupon code. It's a really simple process, and in the 1-hour coaching call that you receive with us, we'll run you through that so that you can be confident by the time that you come to run your first health challenge that you're up to speed on all aspects within the system. Now, Emma's wanting to know, what happens if I want more access than just 25 players? Well, today, Emma, I've just shown you through, for simplicity's sake, access and pricing for 25 people, but we actually have a number of packages to suit the needs of every business, such as access for 50 or up to 100 people. And these can be seen on the registration page should you want to know more about those. Obviously, the larger the packages, the cheaper the average price becomes and the more profit you make. We also have options for top-ups where if you buy a certain package and get through that pretty quickly, then you can top up for a reduced price and continue to run challenges all year round. And these top-up prices can be seen within the system once you're registered. Now, Mike's wanting to know, how can I pay for your system? Mike, we use PayPal, and we take all major credit cards for your convenience. And if you need to also, we accept bank direct debit. Alex is wanting to know, what happens if I don't use access for all 25 players within 12 months? Well, Alex, the package involves 12 months access to the entire system, which includes things like your custom-built website, your templates, your software, and your automation. And at the completion of a 12-month period, access to all these features can be renewed. And if you have any unused access, then it just simply gets rolled over automatically. For example, if you had 5 people left and you renewed with a package of another 25, then your new total would be 30. But any memberships that are not renewed after 12 months are automatically closed off, along with the access to all the various components within the system. Sheldon's wanting to know, what prices should I charge for the challenge? Well, on your custom site, Sheldon, we put up some guidelines that we suggest starting out with, and this is $49 for a 4-week challenge, $79 for an 8-week, and $99 for a 12-week challenge. But realistically, it's entirely up to you what you want to charge. You can charge whatever you like. You can also add it into any packages that you may be offering. For example, if you're offering personal training packages or memberships, you can add it into those, and it's a great way of increasing motivation, accountability, and support. So you don't actually have to charge anything. It's entirely, as I say, up to you. Now, Susie's wanting to know, do we provide support? Susie, absolutely. In fact, we pride ourselves on the level of support that we give, starting from the 1-hour coaching call that you receive as soon as you sign up. And in that coaching call, we'll run you through things like how to personally brand your website, how to market your challenges to your community, how to run the challenge once it's started, and how to customize the challenge to suit the needs of the people that are signing up. How to engage your community, what email templates to use, and how to structure your prices specific to attracting the right type of person. Now, Stu's wanting to know, do I need any other software to start my health challenge, or is this everything? Stu, there is nothing else you need. It's all done for you and ready to go. As mentioned, you get your own personally branded website, all of the automation, all of the templates, the registration pages, the payment gateway, hosting for your website. You get all the technology systems and software required to run your highly profitable health challenge. And to top all of it off, you get a team of health experts to help support you along the way. So it's not just the 1-hour coaching call. We're here to help you out in any way we can. Now, I've experienced firsthand what it's like to try and plug in a number of different types of software into different platforms, and it can be very time consuming, very confusing, and very frustrating. And that's why I built everything into this, so that you don't have to do that. Now, Blake's wanting to know, how long does it take to set up the health challenge after I pay? Blake, we set an expectation of around 2 working days to set everything up. So, for example, if you were to buy the system on a Monday, we'll have it ready for you for the Wednesday. That just gives us time to set up your account, personally brand everything, and organize the 1-hour coaching session with you. Sandra is asking, what if I'm not technologically minded? Sandra, you don't have to worry about that at all. In fact, that's one of the main reasons that the system's been created, so that all the techie stuff is done for you. You don't need to register a domain name or build a website. You don't have to find plugins or use different types of software. You don't have to write code or design anything. It's all done for you, so that you can just get on growing your business and helping your community to achieve incredible results. Shelley's wanting to know, what are the best ways to market the health challenge? Well, Shelley, there are so many different ways that you can market your challenge. You can start with things like your current clients and members. You can use your email list or database of your old or past clients and members. Friends and family are a great way. Your social media networks are fantastic. There's campaigns that you can use for things like 2 for 1 or bring a friend. There's themed campaigns to attract target demographics like pregnancy, surfing, or diabetes in your health challenges. You can do paid advertising. You can add it to a membership for those people that are wanting to take the next level of service quality that you're offering. Or you can use it as part of a package deal that you've got on offer. For example, buy a 10-pack of personal training sessions and get a health challenge for free. You can do newsletters, you can do blogs. Within the system, we've got posters that you can print off and leave in your gym, your studio, or your health center. There are literally so many different ways to get your challenges out to your target market. And the great thing about the platform is that once you've run a few of your challenges, then you'll start to get repeat customers, and after a while, your database will just start to organically grow to the point where every time you run a health challenge, more and more of your community are joining up. Okay, James is asking if I can quickly run over the package one last time. James, you get your own personally branded Health Challenge website, access for up to 25 people to join your health challenges, a whole year's unlimited membership to our software and templates, the ability to run different lengths of challenge. Those are the 4, 8, and 12-week versions of the health challenge. And then the 3 bonuses, which is bonus number 1, the 60-minute coaching call we've talked about. Bonus number 2, which is the ability to create and run as many challenges as you like at any one time. And bonus number 3, which is the 4-week money-back guarantee to trial the system risk-free. All right, I think I've got just enough time here for one last question. Nathan is asking, love the system, Jeff, and just wondering how quickly after I register can I run my first health challenge? Well, thanks first and foremost, Nathan, for the feedback, and I'm actually really glad you've asked this question. All the health challenges start on a Monday, as it's the most successful day for people to kick off their health challenge from a motivational perspective. So as soon as you've completed your coaching call with us, then you can literally start the Monday after that. Now, what I'd recommend here is that, personally for me, I get the best results when I advertise the challenge for a week or 2 in advance. So that might be something to think about, as it gives people more time to prepare and mentally switch gears in preparation for the challenge. It'll also give you more exposure to attract as many people as you possibly can to the challenge. But again, the choice is really entirely up to you. So it looks as though we're at the end of our 15 minutes now, so should you have any further questions, feel free to email us and we'd be happy to answer those as they come in. And for anyone wanting a breakdown of what you've seen here in this webinar, you can view it all at myhealthsoftware.com/webinar. Now, the FAQs officially wrap everything up for the webinar, and I want to thank you so much for attending. I hope you can see how powerful health challenges can be when run in a profitable and professional way, and what they can offer your business in terms of growth, scalability, and results. Now, for those of you who are yet to register, I want to wish you all the best with your business and where you want to take it in the future. And for those of you who have registered or currently are in the process of registering, we're really looking forward to seeing you on the other side and helping you to get your first highly profitable health challenge up and underway. Again, thanks for attending, and bye for now.